little love to Still Nation.
Hey guys.
Zach says shout out.
Love this channel.
To Still Nation.
Stay tuned.
I am a FIFA caffeine. Coffee gotta have some cream. Fetch a hazel beef for me while I listen to these kings. Silla might be the team. Subscribe to sylabdul Inc. Wiki City magazine. Tell me what's behind the scenes. The other side of the ravine. Is it obscene or is it obscure? I am not sure. The rich is the rich, I'm the poor. That ain't no doubt to my core. We just keep asking for more. They keep supplying, the man is the store. As long as it makes it to shore, I know for sure. They'll just keep on making more. Well, almost treasure that piece I have been transformed into corporate Hollywood tour.
Welcome to the sylabdul podcast. This is the Wednesday crew where we talk all geek culture, film, and entertainment. Whatever's hot in the news. DC Twitter is literally on fire. Like, everything I see about DC, there's someone getting jumped in every thread. Like, both ways. Like, it's just amazing. It's an amazing time. Shout out to everyone in the chat. So we know we got to talk about James Gunn, Superman, all these on-set pictures leaked on out. We see everything. We see the suit from every angle. We got new emojis in the chat for the members. it's crazy in the chat right now. Much love to Soul Nation. We got a few updates here and there. The chat's kind of wild. I see Neo Sevens, Real Talk Productions, Carlos was good. JT, Mr. J. I saw Maria up there. It's just too much commotion. Jovic, shout out to everybody in the chat. Taladia, I see you, bro. And like I said, we got the Wednesday crew as well too. So we're gonna talk about that. Plus, did y'all see the Acolyte episode 5? We spoiling everything. So definitely stay tuned for that conversation, and we'll see what else we can fit in. Because I got to kind of wrap this up before 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But first off, let's go through our little commercials real quick here. Jess had a nice little update on the Patreon side. Links in the description. That's where I talk. There's a more expanded coverage of geek culture, film, entertainment, news, a little more Marvel stuff, probably some DC stuff I can't get to on a live channel. So shout out to the Patreons. Y'all been holding it down for several years now. And we definitely will be giving y'all more updates over there. As far as YouTube on this platform, definitely more updates to come. Members direct videos for all levels, watch parties coming as well for level 2 and above, and some live stream of like rumors and exclusives. Very excited to talk more about that real soon. It's coming. And we got a giveaway coming next Monday. More details on that. Directly support the platform. Any form of payment via Stream Elements link pinned in the live comments and in the description. Super Chats is active. Of all the criticisms I received in the 4 years of me doing content, the most scathing criticism I received was that I turned off the Super Chat option. Like, no, really. I woke up like 2 o'clock in the morning. I was like, I gotta turn this shit back on. Because the people want the super chat option. I've turned it back on. It's back on for the live crew. Super thanks for the replay crew. And if you do see a Stream Elements when I'm not live, I make it a part of the next show, just like super thanks. So if I'm not live and I leave something, I'll make it a part of the next show. So much appreciated. Interesting show today. So let's get this going. I want to first give my little opening remarks for this stream, because with the Wednesday crew, once I get them on the panel, I don't want to try to talk too much. They want to get their thoughts out. I'm just playing. I love the Wednesday crew, but I do want to say though, my channel when the Snyder Cut came out, and I just had this passion for DC. And I just love talking about all the different DC, even when Patterson was coming out and all this stuff, just covering this DC stuff. And it's been such a pause on DC news. Like it really just been a pause. As soon as James Gunn was announced, the end of 2022. And now 2 years later, like just the fact that DC Twitter is on fire, whether y'all like, disagree, hate, whatever, I'm happy that DC is part of the conversation and is taking over Twitter. And so I always wanted to create that type of environment on my channel where we could talk about all this stuff and disagree and agree or whatever. But we are, we're respectable about it. So much love to y'all for helping me. This is kind of like a 2.0 phase for my channel, and even more on Geekosity towards the end of this summer as well too. So shout out to Still Nation, shout out to the chat, and let's have this conversations. As we have these conversations, we gotta get the Wednesday crew on the panel. Actually, hold on, I gotta read through the order here. Jules was first.
Once, finally.
Shout out to the Wednesday crew. Dani, she's preoccupied right now. If she pops up, she does. She knows she's my geek sis for life. So hopefully everything works out for her. But welcome, Wednesday crew. Jules, Speedy.
What's happening?
What's up, everybody?
Hey, the chat is going crazy with these emojis and different things going on. Y'all just out of control. Marty, I see you. I see Jules in there. Jules, did I get? Okay, yeah. Okay, that's Jules. What's good? David, what's good? What's going on? Anyway, anything before we get to this geek talk, Jules? Anything interesting happened this week? Kind of a typical week, work week.
Personally for me, or you mean work? Like work?
I mean, just life.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I'm alive.
Yeah. That's what I expect. We got Speedy with the bat signal.
That's right.
Nice
I seen Batman swinging around. He said, you can't tell I don't have my underwear on. That's what he said.
you go see that Batman underwear. Good can help it.
It better be blue.
It better be blue. It better be something.
Speaking of underwear, let's go and jump into this Superman conversation. Now, there's some strong feelings. Speedy, I don't know if you realize there's some strong feelings about this Superman suit.
About the suit?
You noticed that?
I noticed. I seen the discourse online, but me personally, I don't have a horse in the game. Like I need to see the final product. You know what I'm saying? Before and of course, a disclaimer: I loved everything that Snyder put out and his version of Man of Steel and stuff like that.
Oh, no.
Before you start throwing stones at me.
No.
But I need to see the final product. And James Gunn is not a perfect being in any sense of a word, nor is any human being. So
So I'm gonna say something
Let's see what
controversial
happens.
just off the top. I'm gonna say this is gonna be the most controversial Wednesday crew show ever. It's probably every show. I don't know, but this one I'm gonna say. So James Gunn, I it's no secret how I felt about Suicide Squad that he made, Peacemaker.
Right.
All right. I hated him. Like,
right.
It did something to me negatively. Right.
You weren't feeling it. You weren't feeling it.
When I watched those.
And it was a different time. Like he was just like producing for the existing universe.
And it was D-listers, right?
Yeah.
So, but just understandably, he could have made, don't mess up Vigilante, but I ain't gonna go into that right now. Right? I ain't gonna go into that. But my point, my thoughts of James Gunn, DC, I have very low expectations, right? Very low.
Did they meet expectations so far?
He is not. Spoiler with that. But what I will say is, my source has been telling me for about 6 months now. They said, Sil, we know you don't like James Gunn, right? I have like one of my sources. He's like a James Gunn shield. Like he just like totally like James.
Really?
Like, come, let me interview you. Like that's how he is. He's like, Sil, just if you think James Gunn's gonna do just like, poop jokes and juvenile stuff, like watch Guardians 3. And I was like, I saw it before, but I kind of like skimmed through it, right? It's like one of them things like in my brain, which just wasn't. It was like, no, like that's kind of where he's going with like the emotion and the heart of it, and then some seriousness, but then like it's some comedic characters. He's like, that's literally what they're doing with the Superman film. I was like, oh, let me rewatch it, right? I was like, let me rewatch Guardians 3, right? So I finally rewatched it a couple nights ago. Gotta say, I mean, I may get attacked by more fellow Snyder fans. I like Guardians 3. I like the movie. That movie was really good. I was surprised how much I liked the structure of that film. It was a little long. Guardians 3 was a little long. I had to take a break after like an hour and 45 minutes. Take a little break because it's a 2 hours and a 30-minute film. Took a little break, came back and watched it. I said, I like this film. And it wasn't that too much juvenile humor. I was like, Gunn can make a coherent film. Like, why didn't I know this? I know it made like $900 million in the box office, but I'm just saying that's not a bad film. But all I'm saying is that if he brings that structure to a Superman film, cool. Then I saw the suit, right? Now I see the full suit. That might hold up. Okay. This is what we got to talk about, Speedy and Jules. First thoughts, because we saw the teaser image. He's sitting down, putting his boot on or taking it off. I don't know. The city's blowing up behind him in that first look. I don't know if he was going to save somebody or he was quitting. I don't know. And the suit was dirty for some reason.
Right.
We finally see the full suit, full trunkage, diaper style, as some people say, draws, as I say. Yeah. Just thoughts, Speedy. Just thought. I just need thoughts on this whole suit.
I kind of say, okay, well, I get it. They wanted the classic look, but I'm like, but in a practical way, I'm kind of like, okay, why? But all right, is that's what we're gonna get? Let's see what happens, I guess.
Stone him. So it's still a little baggy. Jules, what do you think?
I'm on the fence. I'm on the fence.
It's super baggy.
Yeah,
it's super baggy. I mean, we kind of had a couple call them debates online on Twitter with some people trying to say that it wasn't baggy. I mean, it's clearly baggy. Look at his stomach. Like, it's just a huge indent. Like, there's no definition. And is that belt made out of styrofoam? Like, what's happening?
It's
not perfect by any means necessary.
This is literally like, okay, so people wanted a Marvel-esque DC universe. Well, that's exactly what we're getting. And all these first looks are exactly showing us exactly that. Like, this is very MCU-ish. The extra lines, unnecessary lines on the suit, crap textures, crappy materials. His hair looks great, though. I'll give him that.
Okay. So, and
I just want to know what's fair play. Like, is that a team in is that a brand in DC?
That's like a slogan. Yeah,
that's just like a slogan.
Yeah.
Fair play.
Yeah.
I just want to know what's fair play.
I'm excited about Mr. Terrific of all things. When they announced Homeboy to be in Mr. Terrific, I was like, this is probably the smartest person in DC Comics overall. So I was good with this. That people was like, well, all you got to just put a jacket on him and he has to be black. That ain't nothing.
So that's what I said. He wears regular clothes. He just has a fro.
You know what? Here's my what I think this movie is gonna end up being still? I think it's gonna end up being like Superman is big brother hero, look up to hero in this universe, and he's going around playing big brother hero to everybody's problems.
Well, we actually just got some looks today about him getting arrested.
Yeah, things like that. And silly because he won't fight the cop. He's like, okay, you're gonna arrest me. Okay, I'll go to jail.
Well, apparently he was being restrained by a man in black with a U on his chest.
Oh yeah, that's the.
So it looks
this is Jules.
Get in there.
Jules is ready she's ready just to dive into this.
And so I'm taking this shit personal.
Oh, you take? Oh shit. Okay. Let me set this up. Let me tee this up real quick. First off, okay. So there's some nice shots in Cleveland. Again, I was really upset I couldn't make it out there. It's not too far from Kentucky.
For shame. You had one job.
And I wanted to be there for the people. People said actually we didn't.
They were not locking down this set at all, boy. They did not. They did not do a 100-mile radius.
This is like street level right here. This shot.
Bro. Like
so it's he's like right there. He's like right there.
Yeah. I guess this is the Ultraman that they're gonna go with.
That's what it seems like.
Yeah.
So this is the thing, right? There were rumors that came out a couple months ago about there's gonna be this Ultraman clone, and That's the villain of the film.
So do you think he's like he got knocked into this different universe where this Ultraman is running?
No, I
stuff?
think this isn't like Earth 3. No, this isn't Earth 3.
Okay, no.
Yeah. This is James Gunn's spin on Ultraman, which is kind of weird. It's more of a clone.
See, I'm
more
not
of a
feeling
Bizarro
it. I'm not
or
feeling
Doomsday
It's
type
already
thing.
changing a lot.
I'm already not feeling it.
Nope.
Ultraman looked really cool
This
too in the
idea.
comics with like the copy of Superman's suit, but just with like some alterations to it, right? His own. Like that would have been cool to see in live action. But again, we're MCU doing this MCU way, right? So we're not gonna get nice suits either way. So.
Gunn right now, what he's doing, again, there's some original things, and we'll touch on them that I'm not upset about. But the suit aside is baggy as hell. I can't say I can say that so many times. I hope some CGI fixes that. Right? Ultraman. Most people know, DC Comics fans know, this is Earth 3 Superman.
Yeah, he looks a little chubby.
This is not Earth 3. This is
that
a
looks like
guy
me in an
a black
Ultraman suit. That looks like me in in a U black suit. That looks like me. Like about 5'7", you know?
Anyone, yeah.
215 pounds, yeah. Overweight.
Put some padding on it.
About 30 pounds overweight. Yeah, sure. That looks like
I'm just saying. So this is one of the villains. You got the engineer. She's over there on the far right there.
Mm-hmm.
Who, with CGI, she's actually going to probably be your favorite character in the film. Just going to let y'all know. They're going to put a lot of money into that. But because she does like nanobot stuff. But you got Rick Flag Sr., which no one asked for, but okay, he's there. Ultraman is, like I said, a clone of Superman / Bizarro style / and they evolve in the film. No one really asked for this. And that's what Gunn, there's already enough backlash on the suit. The choice of changing the lore of Ultraman is not going to sit well. It's not going to sit well for people.
I'm not feeling it. I'm already not feeling it. It's already got negative scores for me right now. We haven't even seen a final product yet. But I tell you though, I have a feeling this movie is just going to be Superman flying around, being big brother to all these heroes that have shown up to help him, and and it's going to be like some tropes and tried comic relief of him trying to help people with their bigger problems that they can't handle right now, and they're like and looking up to him for advice. And him not really knowing the answer, which is kind of cool. That aspect's kind of cool, and he does a little bit of that, in the comic books. You know what I mean? Yeah. When he's interacting with the other heroes and stuff.
Well, when you're talking about, there's going to be a lot of stereotypical comic tropes.
Yeah, I mean, I'm expecting it, and I don't know if I'm going to feel that, especially if it's not done right.
Well, did you see the clip of him looking up at a tree and then him almost sarcastically folding his arms and looking up like, like. That was so cheesy right off the bat. Like if that's setting the tone for like the Superman and the movie as a whole, yeah, that clip. I don't know if you have the clip still, but that was so cheesy. I was like, oh, all right, like we're back in the 70s.
Well, I think this is gonna be like a meta joke. I think Gunn realizes we know he's gonna do some cheesy shit, but is he gonna like really give into that or not? Right? Like that's what I'm.
You don't know with him. That's the thing.
He's gonna sneak in something cheesy. Like I can see it right now. Like I could write it right now.
I mean,
like an all shucks moment.
Yeah, the red trunks alone is cheesy. Like him when he was dressed as Clark Kent running through the crowd was super dorky. So we're getting that Clark too. So big doofus, cheesy Superman.
So it makes room for this
fun.
Clark. Yeah, because like a lot of people. The Clark Kent thing, I'm actually surprised at the discourse of the Clark Kent conversation. Now, why am I surprised? Because, I don't know what we expected, Speedy. Like, what did you think he was going to do?
Well, when you read the comic books, and a lot of this is done in the Justice League cartoon, like Superman or Clark Kent, wherever you want to call him, Kal-El, and any of his, facets, so, whether he's being Superman trying to help, his fellow heroes are fighting the villain of the day, whether he's Clark Kent in the Daily Bugle or he's Kal-El, interacting with anything. He has like this like corny joke thing sometimes that come out. You know what I mean? So I'm afraid that James Gunn is gonna double down on that. You know what I'm saying?
He definitely is.
Over down
Yeah.
on the
Yeah.
silly nature.
But it's like like how I say jokes to my wife to try and make her laugh, but I'm not really funny at all. And she's like, like, get away from me. You know what I mean? And that's kind of like, how Superman's jokes come across, in the comic book sometimes, But there's a way to to his detriment, to his character detriment. There's a way to push that to a level that you're just like, what is this? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So-
I mean, go ahead, so.
Go ahead. No, go ahead, Jules. You got a head of steam. I need.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, like, with the whole dorky thing, like, yeah, I get what Speedy's saying. Like, he'll say little
there's a
jokes
little
here and
dorky,
there,
corny joke.
Yeah,
side
but
to it.
he's supposed to be a mild-mannered reporter, not like this big giant doofus who seems like an idiot most of the time. He's supposed to be smart. Like, he supposedly went to Kansas University or whatever.
Right.
So, like, and now at the same time, like, something you just brought up, like, he's a big guy, right? 6 foot plus. If you have a big, clumsy, 6 foot tall guy, like, the whole point of Clark Kent is to blend in, kind of like Dexter, right? That show on Showtime. He's a murderer. He blends in because he doesn't want people to know that he's a murderer. Same with Clark, except he doesn't want people to know that he's Superman. You don't want to stand out. You want to just blend in. And him being a dorky doofus bumping into stuff, he's just going to stand out. Everyone's going to know who he is. Oh, yeah, that idiot over there. He's always bumping into stuff.
Well, I'll push back slightly at Jules, which I really don't do. That the consequences of that I received from that. But I would say, Jules, I think this is like a little homage to Christopher Reeve. I know there's a lot of discourse online about Christopher Reeve. I get it. That even Reeve didn't like how goofy Miss Clark was. This is Gunn. This is his love letter to Donner. I'm just saying, this is his love letter, and he's going goofy like that clip you talked about, Jules. I don't have the clip to play, but where he's like purposely bumping into people, like, like what are you doing?
Like, you're a big freaking guy. Like, you bump into someone, like, and you're Superman. You bump into someone the wrong way, they're gonna be flying yards. You're gonna hurt somebody. Like,
so this is my next controversial. I told you this is gonna be a controversial stream. People are going to pinpark this stream. Wednesday Crew is this one. Sylabdul jumped the shark when I said I like Guardians 3, and like I'm getting stoned for that probably on Twitter right now as we speak, but. As goofy as his Clark is, the broccoli hair, the weird man piece, as some people say, that he has right there, this disguise works, y'all. I actually like this disguise. I actually like that this is how he's going disguise as being Superman. I'm just saying. I'm mad at the suit. I'm mad at a lot of the aspects. This is one thing I'm not mad at. I love the jokes. I love the hair jokes. I'm dying. I'm retweeting everything y'all sending, bashing on his wig, his band piece right here. But I like this disguise, folks. I actually do. I'm not mad at this.
It's a bit
I'm not mad at it. I don't, like I said, I need to see more of the finished product.
Yeah,
I'm definitely not feeling whatever that idea is for Ultraman.
This also just goes into of him being super dorky because the kids today, like, they have the fringe with the fade on the side, right? Like, that's what this haircut is usually called. But Clark is like so out of his element that he has the fringe without the fade on the sides, which make him look even crazier.
I'm getting stoned in my own chat with Netflix products. It's amazing. But I think there are some things, like I said, Gunn. He's facing an uphill battle no matter what he does with this film. So he has things like this where he has the S on the back. Speedy, did that kind of stroke the geek card there for you? Like, hey, that was cool. I'm still like I'm stumped by that. Why we're doing that? But yeah, the S on the back.
We're just missing the S on the belt now.
Yeah.
Hilarious. And so I think, like I said, there's aspects that actually has a chance to work in this film, and then I think there's aspects where, man, I hope Post fixes it. I really hope Post fixes a lot of stuff
I mean, there's only so much bagginess they can remove from in post, right? Like, look at the Guardians costumes and Captain America's costumes. Like, they're all kind of baggy, and
that's an expensive AI program. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, exactly. Like, the CGI guys are already like up to their necks in work. You know, like how much now you're going to add on to them? Like, oh yeah, we're just going to make this really crappy costume, but they'll fix it in post. Like, they already have a shit ton of CGI to work on. Everyone here has superpowers.
I think of the Sam Wilson cap suit in the Falcon and Winter Soldier show. The final episode, he gets the cap suit, which it's not really my favorite, but as far as the suit, but when he wears the suit like in real time, it's like flaps like right there, like, and they had to CGI smooth it out so that it like stuck to his face.
I see. I'm sure. Yeah. They do a lot of magic in that post.
Yeah.
Tell you that.
Yeah. So this suit needs that. That's what I'm saying. It's like this. I'm not sold on this suit. I don't know why this is what you roll out. You're saying I want to reboot Superman, then do not go backwards with the suit. Let's stay on code what we're doing with the suit. And it feels like Gunn kind of went back. Just in my opinion, he went backwards with this suit.
Well, he's following DC Twitter, right? Like, they're just doing everything anti-Snyder. So obviously,
like, hey, y'all want trunks? Yes or no? Everyone said yes. Okay. It's like
it's crazy too, because when Snyder first unveiled the Man of Steel suit, like, I was really upset that they didn't do the trunks because I'm kind of a purist. But after seeing it for such a long time, I got used to no trunks. Now seeing it again, it's just like, yeah, we need to like get rid of the trunks. They just don't work.
Yeah, I like the S on the back. I actually like that aspect. I mean, it's just Gunn is I feel he's all over the place with this. And according to I always say with the suit, does it fit in the world that we're going to have in this DC world? And according to some of the set shots with the extras, the clothing is like different generational things that Gunn's trying to do. Speedy, like you said, we just gotta see the finished product. I still can't judge. You know?
I just I think that the hard separation of the trunks is a little weird, but I see here like it seems like it's all like they try to make it like all one piece, but except for the separation of color. You know,
that's definitely what it is.
Yeah, which is.
Have you seen other angles? It looks like it's on top of the pants.
Oh, I see. Well, maybe.
Yeah, it is on top. Yeah, it is on top. So like I said, the Ultraman thing that seems to be true. The clone story, which again it's all about execution. It's just if you're gonna say Ultraman, I'd rather Gunn created just someone new, some new Kryptonian or something. That's what I'd rather you do if you want to do some kind of amalgamation or something like that.
I don't understand.
I think Ultraman, I'm thinking Crime Syndicate, I'm thinking Earth 3, I'm thinking Multiverse, So a little pushback with that.
A lot of people are pushback on this costume. Everybody's saying he's like Black Noir and he stole it from the boys.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Let me go back to this real quick. Yeah. I saw a lot of Discord, which is hilarious.
He does look very close to Black Noir.
It straight up looks like Black Noir. It straight up looks like Black Noir. I'm like, hey, good. I mean, hey, execution. That's all I can say with that, folks. Now we do have some Lex Luthor looks. Now some people said they hate his bald head. I saw that on Twitter. I don't know why. Huh?
His little goatee.
I think he got punched in the chin. That's what it looks like.
He got thumped up a little bit. Yeah,
he did.
He got smacked up in the head, stuff like that from Twitter.
Yeah.
I
mean, he's probably in this movie.
All the people in this film, I have the most trust in Nicholas Hoult. I think he's going to bring it. I think he's going to do great.
I agree.
In the film. A lot of people don't know David Cornsweet. He was in Pearl. Any Mia Goth fans out there, y'all know the Pearl film. David Cornsweet is a great actor.
He was.
I think he's going to be great as well. What is that?
He was in Hollywood, that Netflix special that came out during the pandemic.
Yeah. He's a great actor.
Good.
I just don't know what he's going to do and like how is he going to be, portrayed in this film. I hope the best for him, man. This is his big break. He's been doing low-level films up to this point. So, but Nicholas Hoult, I think he's going to steal the show.
Yeah, he's definitely will. This is going to be the completely different interpretation than what we got from Eisenberg, which I personally hated. So Lex is probably going to be the bright spot in the movie.
Oh, there's some Netflix rocks on Jules on that one.
I don't know what that
That's
means.
what I was asking for. but I think he is going to be a good Lex, though. I actually do believe he'll be a good Lex. We got Prime in the chat. After they leave Cleveland, there'll be no more picks. Gunn doing this on purpose. Yeah, this is promotion. That's why I said DC Twitter is on fire. Like it has not been this lit. I'm saying just from my point of view, I have people that look at analytics and they feed me stories based on what y'all talk about. And it was really slow the last 2 years on new stories because like it was nothing. And this past couple of days, I'm behind on stuff I have to cover on DC Twitter. So shout out to y'all. But for sure, Gunn did this on purpose to get the full suit out there to, Rachel Brosnahan. I don't have her picture. She actually looks great as Lois. It's a lot of stuff in there. That's a wait and see game, right, Speedy? That's kind of where we're at. It's a wait and see.
No, that's where we're at. I mean, obviously there's things that, we got questions about. But, we got to wait till it's finished product and see,
I didn't get your take on the Clark Kent, Speedy.
I do. I'm okay with the way he looks. He looks a little. It definitely look a little mophead goofy. But like I said, it depends on how. Remember that the Clark Kent is the act, is the facade. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's more like later on, in his evolving as a character in the comic books. The Clark Kent becomes closer to the Superman, to the Kal-El, more sure of himself, chasing the story, you know what I'm saying, closer to like the way Lois Lane, chases a story and is relentless, a writer like that. This is probably gonna be like a Clark Kent who's really, of course, we know he's sure of himself, but he's putting that facade. It's like a fake. Act, all the time because he's scared. He doesn't want people to know.
Netflix rocks I'm getting in the chat. But anytime we say anything positive,
dare you?
Much in the chat. It's some great sport. I just want to really say there's some great sports in the chat, and this is literally the type of environment I was hoping for these springs. So much love to y'all. Keep an open mind on stuff, and keep hating what you're hating. It's all good. Jules. What did you say with this Clark Kent? I don't know. You weren't too attracted to this, I don't think.
I mean, like I'm kind of with Lewis on this, or Speedy on this one. Like he's goofy. He has his hair. It looks like it's a piece though, because it doesn't. His hair is not long enough like that. So, I mean,
how does he fix his hair when he turns to Superman? Like it does that, like a super chop, like a super.
His hair stays
wind chop, and his hair stays like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
We got questions. We got questions, Gunn.
Yeah.
We got questions.
I don't know. We'll see. I mean, honestly, I've liked James Gunn's work in the past. I feel like if I watch this, I might actually like it to some extent. Will I love it? Probably not. Because I don't think it's going to be like a quintessential Superman.
Right.
But will it be a fun movie? Most likely. Is it going to be a great movie? Probably not.
There's a lot to live up to, and this is the conversation. Now, first off, I just want to make sure Jules on record. So, like, you're really not giving this guy a chance. Like, if he strolls up, like, hey, can I buy you a drink? Like, you just like you too.
Probably he's not my type, but I mean, sometimes I can't say that I haven't
on the moment though. Like, it ain't like no second.
I can't say that I haven't looked at a nerd and I was like, you know what? If he like hits the gym and changes his hair and like fixes his posture, like. He might be.
So you want to change him? See, this is what they try to do, guys. See,
it's not a change.
Y'all geeks out there don't change. They just want to change.
It's an upgrade. It's an upgrade.
Shout out to Keith in the chat. Over live.
I'm definitely on the ropes, man. I'm on the ropes.
After this stream, if y'all watching this live, I'm debuting the first conversation me and Keith had about talking about business, film news, and entertainment. With Keith, really excited for that. If you got to check out that conversation right after this stream, it'll jump y'all right to it. So just keep that in mind. Shout out to Keith out there. But
yes,
we want to change him. That's what I heard. That's what I heard.
It's called the upgrade. Some people need some help. Just need some confidence.
Maybe some new shoes and stuff. That's what
Yeah, just change your hairstyle. Like right now, he got the fade with and cut the fringe down a little bit further. Slick it back. You look better. Stand up straight.
You know what I'm saying? But what I will say though, with the Clark Kent look, I think
his hair is great.
That's gonna be the best acting I think Corn Sweat's gonna do in the film when he's Clark. I think he's really gonna sell that. He's a talented dude. And I think he's really gonna sell that Clark part. Not like real goofy, but just like he's gonna play two different characters. I'm just saying, if you haven't seen his work, check out Corn Sweat. He's pretty good.
We'll need to see what level of campiness they're gonna take this to. Because that's really what it's gonna be about. If it's overly campy, I don't think the general audience will like that. If you have like little spots here and there as an homage to Reeves, then it's done somewhat tastefully, then people will look at it like it's.
You know what's gonna happen? It's gonna come out and it's gonna be like, yo, well, that was a Superman movie.
Exactly.
That's what I feel like is gonna happen. But we're here for it, I guess. Yeah. We're gonna consume it no matter what, so we could talk about it. So.
A ton of cameos, so who knows how much time we'll actually get.
I'm telling you, it's Superman, Big Brother Superman. That's what it's gonna be.
That's what I want to touch on before we change gears from Superman, because this film has a lot to live up to, like the last Superman theatrical film, not counting BVS. We'll just say that's a team up film. Man of Steel 2013, that is the most profitable Superman theatrical film ever. Henry Cavill, Superman. That's the most fun I had watching Superman. It made me more of a fan of Krypton and all the lore. And this film is, because this is what I want to say, as a Snyder fan, I'm a Snyder bro, right? And people are like, oh, we're going to compare everything to Zack Snyder. Yeah. Zack Snyder's the blueprint. They just mad anytime we talk about Zack. But in this case, no. The last Superman was Cavill. We're going to compare this to Cavill. I mean, I don't think that's overboard, saying that, right?
We just saw him a couple years ago. It's very fresh in our minds.
Like the movie's on Netflix right now, bro. Many hundreds and thousands of people have probably watched it. More now. It's
my biggest thing.
Reruns all the time, like on TNT and TBS.
My thing is, and I've been saying this for a long time, is how we're in our little geek bubble. How will the general audience perceive this sudden change? It's going to be sudden to them. They still know Henry as their Superman. Will they accept this change? Will they not? It's going to be interesting to see how that works.
Yeah. And that's going to be the uphill battle right there. And I think I see Gunn is trying to purposely do something different aesthetically from it. But I did hear, like, when you see like the flight sequences and things like that, you're going to get Man of Steel vibes like in film. But aesthetically, he's trying to do his own. And again, I get what Gunn's trying to do. It's just I don't know if it's going to work. When I see the suit, I don't know.
Like I said, I'm on the fence for all of it.
For sure.
If I have to jump off, I will. If it's moving, I will jump off.
The only thing that he did better than Snyder so far, from what we've seen, is the hair. His hair is miles better than Henry's in Batman vs Superman. The slick back.
He didn't have the curl at all. Yeah, right.
Yeah, he didn't have the curl.
At one point he did. But
the curl would have been amazing. And it's funny because I remember a red carpet where Henry popped up and he had the S curl. He did it himself. So he definitely likes the curl.
Cornswell got amazing hair, boy. From the Clark Kent to that. Oh my goodness.
Exactly.
Yeah. He has to look, man.
Or he need to tell us what pomade he's using.
It went from curly to wavy. Like, what kind of straight hair are you using?
I need to know what pomade that is.
He has to look, man. I can't, I know people call him Cavill Jr. and
it looks like Superboy.
There's some great jokes out there with this, but I would say it's a talented dude. I am willing to give him a shot, but this suit, man, I can't get past this suit. I'm not so.
I'm
up just to look goofy.
I don't know about the suit, but more definitely got more questions about that, about the U guy. Are they saying maybe it's not an Ultraman or it's another U character?
No, it's Ultraman. There's a lot, internet loves his theories. I covered this actually a couple months ago. It was on my Patreon, so it wasn't public. So I get it.
Okay.
But no, it's a clone.
You got the inside, so you be holding them cards tight. Holding them cards tight.
It's an amalgamation. Now, when I was told this a couple months ago, they said don't really hitch your wagon on Ultraman like from the comics. So I was like, okay, it'd just be like some kind of clone or something. I didn't expect it's like something just totally.
Oh no, I think that honestly is big trash, and it has to be really, really, really compelling for me to say otherwise.
I didn't expect this. You know, they're just like, don't expect the Ultraman looks. I was like, okay, maybe like a clone or something, guys, like a hybrid type thing, which is what this is. But he put the big U on his chest. Oh, it's Ultraman.
Yeah, like the Superman suit. Clark Kent look. Okay. This dude with the U on his chest. I'm not feeling Ultraman. I don't know. I need more.
Where's the color? It's so dark.
So dark and bland.
It's the contrast, Jules. They're trying to, you know.
Well, I guess that means they're not fighting at night.
Right. They can, with a total.
So if it's a clone, you know what it looks like to me, honestly? Here's another hot take I got. It looks like this is like the black suit version of Kal-El. The black suit version of Kal-El from the reboot of Justice League, and him this is it's like a psychological thing, That's what I think. Like this is the black suit Cavill Superman versus James Gunn Superman. I think it's psychological, baby. I think it's psychological. Let's stir it all up. Let's stir it all up. That's what they're trying to do here. And Gunn's rigged the whole fight. He's rigged the whole fight, baby.
This is Snyderverse versus Gunverse in the film, yo.
In the film, bro. It's all psychological, bro. Look at this. All black antagonist. A clone of Superman? Come on, guys. Y'all see what I see? I don't know. Keith, where you at? I need you to chime in the chat, bro. Help me out. Am I wrong? Am I off base?
Do you see this?
Am I off base?
That's me. He's talking
that I see the hashtag tomorrow, so you better own it right now. You better go post. Snyder versus Gunn. That's it. Snyderverse versus Gunverse.
No, I
don't know. We need a trendier hashtag. Come on, let's
start. We all voted Speedy. Okay, on the spot.
Black military suit with a big U on it is not doing anything for anybody.
Yeah. I think just to answer you in the chat, because I know it's a lot of wild conclusions. Again, that's what I love about DC Twitter. That's what y'all understand.
Yeah.
Keith agrees.
Keith agrees with me. See,
it's 2 for
we need a hashtag, guys. Come on, chat. We need a hashtag. Let's start it up.
The thing with DC Twitter is the theories. It is probably with any CDM thing, but I love the theories. Like some of y'all are way off, with this villain, but it's amazing seeing them have all these charts and all this calculus shit and stuff like that. But no, this is a clone. It's a hybrid. It's going to be an amalgamation. Now I heard that there'll probably be some kind of evolution to the character, so you may get like a Bizarro Doomsday thing when it's all said and done. But this is what Gunn is calling Ultraman, folks.
I'm telling you, bro. It's all psychological. It's all psychological warfare against the Snyderverse fandom. It's psychological warfare. It's psychological warfare, Snyder fans. Y'all need to hit. Y'all need to hit the web right now. Hashtag Snyder versus Gunn. Let's go. Let's keep it.
That's already happening. I don't know if you've been on Twitter. That's already going on.
It's all psychological.
In the chat, I think
we need the image. We need the image with the black suit Henry Cavill, and this right here, right in the middle, the black suit Henry Cavill, right in the middle. Come on, we could do it.
We have a Stream Elements chat from Neo7s. Much appreciated. So I'm not a fan of any of it. That's it. And see, I don't know what he's throwing. He's throwing a shrimp or a rock.
He threw a rock.
A rock.
Hit me.
Rock. So another rock. And this is what, and again, I understand. Y'all know me. I love my comic book accuracy. If you're gonna do Ultraman again, that's multiverse. That's mirror image Superman.
Yeah, it was just like my opening remarks. Like I thought he was like stuck in another universe or something, And you talked me down. You said, "No, that's not the case. This is some other."
No, it's not.
Some other take. Okay.
It's not it. But I had to shoot that down again. Another thing of Speedy shot down live. But this says look up the image Superman walking out of the city hall. Yeah. I don't have all the images, but
is that when he got arrested?
Just imagine the fire. No. But this is where he's walking. It's kind of the shot right here, Jules. Like he's getting arrested or whatever.
Yeah.
Anything else I learned about the plot? I think everything. This was spoiler right here. This Ultraman was a huge spoiler because he's a big part of the villain group. It's a group of villains. So you saw the engineer, you saw Rick Flag Sr., Ultraman. There should be another member of the Authority as well. I guess I shouldn't have said that, but it should be another member of the Authority in the film. So we'll see. We'll see what happens overall with that. See what the chat's saying. Again, a lot of people, they were stunned at me being positive about James Gunn. I got a lot of rocks from long-time members stoning me over that. But wasn't that bad. Wasn't that bad of a film, Guardians 3. Just saying.
I like Guardians 3.
Yeah, I'll just, as a story, as a film, it wasn't too many jokes for me. I mean, they made Drax a buffoon. I didn't like that. That's a franchise thing, though. They ruined his character. But as a film, a story, it is not bad at all, man. It is actually not bad at all. I cannot trying to get Jules to watch it with me. But Keith says here they should have Calvin Ellis make a cameo in Superman. Why not? Right? I mean,
didn't they say the Black Superman
at this point
development? Maybe.
What you say? You talking about the J.J. Abrams Superman film? Gunn keeps saying he hasn't killed it yet. I'm not hearing anything new. Like, they still have not turned in the script, and it's been about 3 years. So I don't think it's happening. So,
I doubt it too, but I'm just saying.
That is what it is. So interesting Superman reveals on set, and Twitter will never get along, right?
Never.
Before we get to the Acolyte conversation, let's just go to that. Let's go to the Acolyte conversation. Since I
get it over with.
Smile
Ran, as Speedy told me his name was.
I stole that from another YouTube channel.
What's his name?
Shouts out to him. Smile Ran.
Over here. We steal stuff over here.
Yeah, we steal it.
But it was my favorite villain, like my favorite Star Wars villain since Darth Maul, actually. And full spoilers in the chat. Acolyte episode 5. Everybody dies. Okay. This dude, Ezra Miller, turns out to be the villain. That's the big twist.
What's the name of the character again? This show is so bad that I can't even follow the names of the characters anymore.
Same. It's something with a Q, Quibi or something like that. Quinnis.
Yeah, whatever.
But
it's a dang shame because it's really, really interesting. They do really, really cool Jedi battle stuff in this episode. But and it's a dang shame that the whole execution and plot development is so piss poor up to this point that you're kind of like,
it's still good.
I mean? It's so good, it's bad. I
was telling Sil, he was excited about
it's so bad it's good. There you go.
I wouldn't even go that far. I don't think it's hit good yet. I think Sil was excited that there was an actual battle. I was like, you've just been deprived this whole time. We've had 5 episodes of no action, so any little bit of action is
You should have seen. You should have seen us on the watch
me in college.
Party. You should have seen us on the watch party. We're like, no, go back to the battle. Why are you showing us OSHA for? Zoom in there, director. Let's go.
There's so much in that episode where I was just like, oh, this is just terrible.
The first 4 episodes,
bad.
Yeah, there was a lot to be desired.
Go ahead, so I'm sorry.
Up this, but the first 4 episodes, it's like the first, 2 episodes dropped at first. It was like, 3rd episode, I think, pissed everyone off by being a flashback, and then the 4th episode cut off when it was actually starting to get good. So we're pissed off a month straight, right? Watching the show.
It took 5 episodes for to get some action, some traction. There you go. Some interesting traction. Wow.
Acolyte, it's the best discursement Star Trek ever. Hey,
but honestly, this show makes some Star Trek recent content look like Academy Award winning stuff.
It's so sad.
It's very sad to say that.
So Jules, this episode is fresh in your brain, Jules.
Yeah,
so what's your? Because like I said, I love the action, I love the body count. We needed a shake up because the story was sucking.
Mm-hmm.
What was your thoughts, Jules?
I'll try to go in order if I can remember based on the episode. So, the beginning, they didn't even go straight to the action. I think it started off with Osha somewhere far off, and it seemed like she was out for a while because the battle had like there was already some dead Jedis on the floor, and I was like, oh, what the hell? Like, I don't care what the hell she's going. Like, just go take me to the battle. And then like you have you have like 8 Jedi fighting this one guy, and I'm like, why don't you guys all just try to stab him at the same time? Like, he can't deflect, 8 lightsabers at once. It's just stupid. But whatever, we got what we got. Then he kills everybody pretty easily. Somehow the little Padawan girl was giving him a run for his money, even though she's like 12. Then we go back to Osha talking to her sister May after everybody's dead. May like hugs her, even though Osha is like, I don't want nothing to do with you, and she's like forces hug her or whatever, like she forced
hugs her.
Yeah,
or force Kamehameha.
And I've been saying it this whole time. Like, Osha doesn't want anything to do with her sister. Like, she did not like her since they were kids. Now they're adults. Bitch, I want to arrest you. Like, you killed our family.
It's like arson. Yeah.
It's boring yawn. I agree with you, Yash. Oh my god.
It was just bad. And then it was like some predictable stuff. Like, she uses Pip, her little bot, or her little droid, I guess, and puts it on the guy's back after he revealed himself. Well, before he revealed himself.
So call the Force cockroaches? The Force flying cockroaches?
To get him? Like, that was so dumb. But before that happened, before he revealed himself, Osha went running off with York or whatever the hell his name is. And he was like, oh, I don't know what it is, but every time like I fight him, he's in my mind and I can't get him out. And then she's like, oh, my mom does that. I guess trying to allude to like, oh, it could possibly be her mom, right? But I'm like, this guy has man arms. We know it's not a woman. So then we go back to the fight after she I guess May called her telepathically. And then that whole thing with the flying ants, she goes to sacrifice Pip, puts it on the guy's back. And instead, I'm like, all right, he's gonna self-destruct, so that's how weaken him or he'll die. Nope, the freaking insects come down, grab him, they go up to the sky, and nothing happens. He just falls down later. Like, he's not gonna die by insects. Like, this guy just took out like 8 Jedi by himself.
Yeah. I would have been so mad. I would have reversed everything I felt. But if he would have died by them insects, I would have reversed.
It was just so predictable. Like, there was nothing in here in this whole. There's supposed to be a mystery. Like, there's nothing.
No, ain't no mystery about it. It's a mystery that we watching this every week. Oh wait, it's only because of
Dani.
Of Dani. Dani's committed to these watch parties. We need Keith. We need Keith in his watch parties, so he could be like, I need the eye roll. I need the eye roll every 30 seconds.
I do not want to hear Keith during the Acolyte shows. No, this is the last person I'm gonna hear.
At least he'll make the watch show interesting, more interesting than the show itself. Not to say that y'all are great, but Keith has interesting takes.
Hilarious. But long story short, with the Acolyte is 3 episodes left. This was the most, pivotal episode. I don't know what they can do to top this, right? I think this peaked right here.
You think this is a very low peak? Like, it's barely a step. Yeah.
Oh, and still, one last thing. Remember, we were trying to figure out what it was that the armor that the helmet is made out of, and the thing. Yeah. I had to watch a recap video. Heavy spoiler. Shout out to them. They do a great job. I had to watch. Yeah, I like them, and I had to watch their recap video to learn that this was some kind of metal from like Legends that they're reintroducing. That's like a force canceling metal, not Beskar.
Like a Magneto
it's a
helmet.
Different, and it does kind of work like the Magneto helmet, and it does short out anything energy. So lightsabers, blasters. That's why when she tried to tase him, stun him with the stun gun, it didn't work. It just bounced off because I guess apparently his suit is made out of that stuff too. But
so is that the reason why all these lightsabers malfunctioned?
Because it's this metal from Legends, and if you watch one of those recaps, you'll find out what it is, and I forgot the name of it now. But it's so obscure. It's so obscure, and so badly done. The story that it's like you bring back this cool thing, the metal thing, right? Mm-hmm. But you have already your doubts about the show, and you're already making fun of it. Like, how is he stopping that lightsaber with what? You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, it's just, I don't know. It looked like it was a cool attempt to try and bring something from Legends, badly executed and badly explained.
They didn't explain it at all.
They didn't explain it at all. There's he's just doing this stuff.
Someone could have just mentioned it. Oh my God, he's using whatever metal. A one-liner like
a one-liner would help, right?
Yeah.
Can we get one-liners? Is that too much to ask from Star Wars now? One-liner explanations?
At this point, yes.
Yeah.
But
they're doing whatever the hell they want.
I had to watch a recap video to learn what kind of metal that was.
Not only like the other thing that bothered me too was towards the end when Osha got knocked out and then May switched over to her clothes. Like Osha wasn't. She just tripped and she's like knocked out long enough for her to take off her clothes. Like if she's moving her around, like she's gonna wake up. Like how knocked out could she be? She didn't hit her head.
The way time goes in Star Wars shows is a little iffy throughout everything, even since the beginning. You know,
so bad. So bad.
It tried to make the messaging of the show that the Jedi are not all good, right? They make up all the rules, and it's like this isn't like this rebellion story. Like that didn't land with me like that. Like you're murdering people, like So that didn't land. The twin switcheroo. I'm so tired of that trope. Like I said, I wish one of the twins died in this episode just to clear that twin stuff up.
We didn't have enough deaths in this episode. The wrong people died. Let's put it that way.
But shout out to York going out like he's in a Zack Snyder movie, getting his neck snapped. That was pretty epic kill right there. So, hey, I was entertained. I will say that even though the story still is pissing me off, they're still trying to keep it a mystery what happened in the past with the witches. I really don't care. Let's just fight the Sith and make something interesting. So, which we won't get, I'm probably sure. But I'm watching next week. They did get me.
We just need Smallow Ren to kill everybody. Come on, let's wrap
Smallow
this
up.
We need to go.
That's the story.
We can wrap this up in 7 episodes. Come on.
Exactly. This is off everybody. Pretty bad stuff with the story, but action. This was actually a very watchable episode. So
it was.
Next week we'll torture Jules more, asking her to watch Acolyte so we can get her thoughts with the group next week. So
when will this begin?
Now in the chat, people said David Ayer posted something about the AyerCut, the long fabled AyerCut. Now the far right, he already posted that picture before, but this in the middle here is a storyboard of the Enchantress doing something, getting some kind of PDA going on here. But David Ayer is still
family friendly.
Yeah, David Ayer is still talking about the AyerCut, folks, and I think that means those that's campaigning for it, and I would love to see his version. An acquaintance of mine seen the AyerCut himself, Will Rowlands.
I could see Netflix saying, "Hey, you guys have that AyerCut thing? We'll pay for it. Make it exclusive on Netflix." And Warner is saying, "Sure, it's this much. Here it is."
Just put it on Max, or just put it like anywhere.
So, did he say that he really like it?
What you say? My friend. Yeah, Will. No, yeah. He say he loves it. He says a little more Batfleck, not like a whole bunch, but a little more. You see a little more Ben Affleck Batman. Definitely more Joker. Feels like a different story. If you watch the Suicide Squad now, the 2016 version, the Studio Squad as they call it in the streets. The first half hour was all set up, character introductions. Felt like a little music video, but it was enjoyable. Will Smith was doing this thing,
right?
Harley Quinn. It felt like, and then it kind of just went into something else, like reshoots. They're saying the actual version, David Ayer's version, is more cohesive, a little darker, which we like. I would love to see the cut for sure, and as long as Ayer's talking about it, then people are going to campaign for it. So.
Yeah, I mean, I thought the movie was good as it was. Obviously, it had its faults. We could tell the studio meddled a lot because watching Ayer's previous work, you knew that wasn't all him there. So I would love to see his cut. I don't know how realistic it is to get it out there, but people campaigning for it would be great.
Dumb 7.
Dumb 7. Everyone's favorite Keith comment right there. Every time he's on the channel, like someone will comment in the chat, "Yeah, Dumb 7 keeps the greatest." It's like, yeah, that's what it is. But yeah, that's my message to people though. That's pushing for the AyerCut or any director's cuts. Zack Snyder kept us fighting for release of Snyder Cut because he kept putting out pictures. So Ayer, he's kind of a little more passive about it. but if he's keeping in the conversation, we're gonna keep talking about it. So
that's right.
Happens.
So definitely completely support AyerCut mission, no matter where it's put out on. That'd be cool if Netflix gets it.
Netflix,
Amazon,
cut the check,
Tubi.
Netflix.
I'll take it on
You'll
Tubi.
get the engagement. You'll get the engagement. Yeah.
And more rocks. No,
more
but
rocks.
So cool stuff with Ayer. Let's see. I think we got time for one more thing because I got to close out before the top of the hour. I got this other video debuting on the channel. Kevin Feige confirms Fantastic Four as a 1960s period piece set in a different universe, not in the mainline MCU. Now, all the insiders and scoopers were saying this for, about a year now. So Feige comes out and admits it, that we knew the 60s part because of the picture.
Right.
It was okay, it's a 1969 magazine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is 60s. But alternate reality or alternate universe, Speedy, what's your thoughts with that? I'm the more this cast grows for Fantastic Four, got John Malcolm. I'm gonna watch this film. I'm excited for this, Speedy. What does this tell you with this confirmation?
It's it's the Marvel the Marvel family. It's what we've been waiting for, the final introduction to a Marvel Cinematic Universe version of Fantastic Four, and it's one of those other things. We won't know what we're gonna get until we get some kind of trailer or some kind of idea of where the plot is going and what the whole premise is of the story. So I'm okay with the 1960s thing. I'm okay even with a different universe thing. If they feel like they need to do that. Technically, Fantastic Four, it will be, in a different universe anyway. Even if they introduce the any Fox versions of Fantastic Four and a Secret Wars or anything, or for jokes or for anything, that will be from other universes. So I'm okay with that as long as we have some kind of integration into the main story, or in the direction that the MCU is trying to go to, whatever that is.
Right. Yeah, they all speed ahead to towards the soft reboot, Secret Wars, right? And so they're kind of just setting up these stories, and they're gonna keep what they like, after Secret Wars. So I'm excited for Jules. With me and you don't talk too much MCU. I don't know if that's on purpose, but what you feel?
I think Keith mentioned something about Feige fatigue. I think that's true. Like everything just looks the same, feels the same. Like I like to have some diversity when it comes to stories. But this is very different. This is going into the 60s is completely opposite of what we have been used to so far from the MCU. I don't know what to expect with this. Again, we've all been waiting for Marvel to get like their heavy hitters back from all the other studios, right? Now they're all in-house. So like, what are they going to do with it? So it's interesting that the first thing that they do is go back in time to the 60s. So that just leads me to wonder, like, are they eventually going to make all the universes collide? Is this their entryway into just kind of a soft reboot and going into a whole other new dimension or different universe altogether? It'll be interesting. They have a pretty good cast. Is Doctor Doom is the villain, or that's just still a rumor?
No, Galactus will be the villain. They may tease Doctor Doom though.
Right, and then we have the female Silver Surfer that everybody hates. We'll see what happens.
What does this tell you though?
Yeah.
What does this tell you? The alternate universe in the comics, she's the alternate universe.
Right.
Silver Surfer, Shala Ball, right?
But here's an interesting thing. Rest in peace to Mr. Mikey Sutton. He dropped before he left us. He dropped a scoop on my channel that he was talking about that Silver Surfer, traditional Silver Surfer, is going to have a Marvel showcase on Disney Plus special. So this opens if it's a different universe and this Silver Surfer from a different universe, that opens the door to that Silver Surfer version that we might get in this Marvel Spotlight thing.
That lines up, right? So
lines up a little bit.
With Feige confirming alternate universe, and then comic fans know, alternate Silver Surfer, it was really like one story, but she was, Shala Ball was the alternate Silver Surfer. So that tells you. Now, according to a lot of reports and what I've been hearing with Fantastic Four, they're going to end up in the main MCU, obviously.
Yeah.
That means you have Norrin Rad, the real Silver Surfer, in the
Right.
name.
Disclaimer, he's no longer with us to confirm or re-up anything that he scooped before he left us. So, but anything can happen. Things change, in development.
Of course.
And,
Of course.
That was a very long time ago scoop that he gave me.
This was like 5 years ago, I think.
Was it 5? No, I think it was.
Was it 2019?
Yeah. No, it was definitely the year of his passing.
Oh, he came back and did because he's been talking about the female Silver Surfer for several years. But you're talking about the Norrin Rad.
The Norrin Rad and the actual scoop that Mikey Sonny gave me. Yeah, that was recent before his passing. Yeah, and that video is on my channel.
So check out Speedy's channel. Link to Speedy's platform in the chat, and find Jules talking shit on Twitter on our Twitter handle. It's really entertaining. I'm telling you, really. But so looking forward to how they kind of fit all this together.
Yeah, see what happens.
Overall,
we're going into a new era of the MCU. So everybody that's been tired of what's happening in the past, I'm one of them. Like maybe this is something we can actually look forward to. Who knows?
Just face it. You can't hit a mystery target. When you have something tangible, then you can hit it, guys. Okay, all right, let it come out.
I'm looking forward to all these films coming out next year, man. I mean, I'll tell you, Speedy, I'm actually getting a little hype for Captain America now. Brave New World.
Really, the movie that's been reshot to death.
The more I'm hearing, they're going to do some more Winter Soldier type fighting. I'm like,
how many times has this movie probably changed?
Probably at least 4 times.
4 times, probably like 10 times.
So
I'm afraid to watch that movie, boy. I tell you, of all the MCU movies, I'm afraid to watch. It's definitely Captain America.
I would be really interested to see the numbers, like how many people will actually go see that.
Oh, I think people will. It's the franchise. It's
Captain
the franchise
America.
to beat. People are gonna come out for it at least once.
The MCU films haven't been doing that great, even though it's part of the whole.
No, yeah, true. It'll do. Some people will watch it. It's not gonna.
I think
it could bomb. Sure, it could bomb, but people are gonna go watch it.
They're retooling these to put more into it because, think of the films that did bomb, like the Marvels. It was nothing that was drawing you to see that. Right. They should have put a real X-Men thing in, and then people would have watched it. But
people saw that trailer and probably said, you know what? I'm gonna wait till Disney Plus.
Yeah. Ant-Man, Quantumania. I mean, yes, it was good to see Kang in there, but the word of mouth killed that film. It's like, oh, he barely in it. So with Captain America, it's gonna be like Red Hawk. It's going to be probably some new Avengers.
Which is the worst kept secret. That's the worst kept secret of that movie. The Red Hulk.
Yeah, we knew that was happening for sure. But I think Captain America is going to do decent. I'm worried more about Thunderbolts. I don't think that's going to do. If you say something's going to bomb next year, I think that's probably the one.
I don't know. They seem like they're they're cooking the Thunderbolts.
No. Well, now if you ask Keith, don't ask Keith. And now he's the stove is off. I think is what he said.
Captain Falcon's America. Put that up. Put it up real quick.
What did he say?
Captain Falcon.
Captain Falcon. That's okay. Captain. He stayed Captain on Sam. Oh yeah, Sam Wilson. I'm not. He should just really stay Falcon. I really don't like the whole Captain America thing with him.
Yeah, I agree.
Honest, but not really the move. So, in the chat, any last minute comments or questions? Throw it in the chat. Because I'm going to round this out by the top of the hour. I got a new video debuting with Keith, with the one chapping and capping in the chat. We're going to talk business. That's going to premiere the latest on Warner Brothers reviving cable television. I don't know. Recently, there's been a lot of talk about how, streaming is supposed to be the future. Streaming is, where everything is going. But I think now it's going to be actually, since the streaming war is over, like Netflix won, Disney gave up trying to catch them. Everyone's like, okay, now I think it's going to be like a shift back to linear television, cable TV, and things like that.
Best advertising.
Yeah. It's all ad revenue, Speedy, right? It's like, you can't abandon that. It's still viable.
It's true. I mean, look at all the product placement. I play a game with my wife all the time. And we do a deposit. We're always looking for product placement, And whoever we see the product placement, we're like, oh, Coca-Cola, I got the point. Oh, Heineken got the point. You know what I'm saying? We always do that. Oh, Toyota, we got the point.
I mean, I guess they probably thought that the monthly streaming numbers would have been enough.
Only y'all played that. We said you.
Like I said, I guess that those streamers, they assumed that they could just have people pay the monthly fee and that'll subsidize them not getting that advertisement money. But obviously, that was a losing battle, right? Like it's not happening. Especially when you have like 20 different streaming channels that everyone has to pay for. It just becomes too expensive.
Well, that's the thing. It's like it's streaming. It used to be a race for subs, right? Like that was the Netflix has over 270 million. No one is closer than 100 million to them as far as subs. It's hard to count Amazon because Amazon's kind of its own thing, and they, you pay for that price for shipping, then you get the videos. So Amazon is its own thing. Yeah. Plus, they make a crappy Lord of the Rings now. But everyone else is like, okay, we're not going to catch them, so they're trying to add revenue on streaming. And so these people with like broadcast television's like, well, we already got a system for ad revenue. We don't have to go all in on streaming. We can still make our money on TV. A good example is a long story. This recent story about TNT losing the NBA rights. That's a cable television. Yeah. And they lost to a broadcast station, NBC, showing that, again, that's still a lot more money in broadcast television. So, I mean, I'm just saying, and everyone wanted to go to the future like the Jetsons. Everything, it's still just like Clark here, it's still, still old times,
I need that moose, boy, I tell you.
That's amazing. So as we wrap this one up, again, if you're live, stay locked on the channel. You'll be taken to that new video with me and Keith. So hang in the chat. Speedy, anything coming up with you? Same old. Same
old. We go live on my channel Mondays around 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with the Geek Culture Congress podcast. If you don't want to be live with us on Mondays, you can always watch the replay, or if you just want to consume the audio version of it, just look for us on wherever you listen to your audio podcast, Geek Culture Congress.
Awesome stuff. His link is in the description to find one of his platforms. You'll be able to find Speedy. Probably his YouTube channel, probably what it is. And Jules, how the Yankees doing, Jules?
I don't know. I've been ignoring the game because I'm working here with you, Sil. But I'm about to go check it out, and I hope they're not losing because playing the Mets, and that's just embarrassing.
Oh man, yeah, that counts as 2 L's if they lose to the Mets.
Painful.
That's what I hear. So interesting.
The Mets have moments. The Mets have had some good moments.
They do here and there.
Here and there.
You got
National League Baseball is interesting to me. It's like it feels like they play differently.
Well,
you think so?
It's a lot less different now that they got rid of the DH situation.
Yeah. But still, it's like, I don't know, just like they have like a different vibe. I don't know. It's weird.
It is. I know. I get what you mean. Even like the stadiums feel different. It's like a whole different culture.
It is.
Some Mets fans in the chat.
Boo.
It's real. Animosity is real. Coming up on the platform, as I mentioned, a video with Keith. Definitely, if you're into the business about, again, Warner Brothers valuing cable TV again, and then the possible liquidation of Paramount. I had a lot of fun chopping it up with Keith. There'll be more business conversations with him in the future as well. So looking forward to just people's reaction to that. Tomorrow, I'll have uploaded the latest conversation weekly with Retro, latest film, and entertainment news, box office, Inside Out Part 2 may hit $1 billion by the end of the month. So that's good for the box office.
Summer.
What is that?
Something's got to hit $1 billion this summer.
Yeah, I think theaters need it. Theaters need this shot in the arm. That's for family entertainment, and then rated R audience is Bad Boys. That was very cool to see that get a win. So we'll talk about that and more stories in the news. Somehow I'll fit in The Rock in that conversation because I shield $7 Productions. We know this by now, but so it's gonna be cool.
We knew it.
Caught red-handed.
Caught red-handed.
RP Bill Cobbs. Yeah, R.P. Bill Cobbs. Just found out he passed away. He was in New Jack City, the guy that shot Nino Brown at the end. That was him. He had more prominent roles than that, but that's the first thing I remember. Seeing that. Good times here. Again, appreciate the chat. Appreciate y'all, the members, using those emojis. More members content to come. More watch-alongs. Me and Jules working on some watch-alongs. I haven't even announced yet. We will soon.
Yeah. Still twisting my arm, but I guess I'll be there.
As long as it's not during a Yankees game is what I've learned. Not to test her during Yankees games. So
that's right.
That's depending on the game. They seem to be off a lot on Mondays, so
that's interesting.
I know. Jesus.
That's funny. Let's see. In the challenge, make sure we got any last minute comments that pops up. Can't wait to more meme of Jesus. Man, that's just evil, man. You waiting to meme him?
It is interesting. I'm
having a blast watching all these jokes about the hair, about everything. Like I'm having a good time. And again, I have an open mind about all this stuff. It doesn't hurt my feelings. If you don't like it, it's okay. Hopefully I didn't hurt your feelings by liking something. Shout out again to Still Nation. Much love to the chat. Shout out to Keith. Stay tuned for that conversation with me and Keith. Gigasi 2.0. More to come. We out here.
To Still Nation. Stay tuned.
Sylabdul ink to speak true as he bring the news. Coffee talk, stay brew, kick back, get real comfortable. Here to stay, no on delay, make sure I be's informed. On the road, on the go, playing ball on that pavement floor. It's the lifestyle right now, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Guaranteed all week's going to always be on time. That's my word, y'all heard from Il Divino Vega's mouth. What's the words? Much more than what these networks talk about.